Well, we just got through with the things that Mr. Bill and I were going to work on over at my place. We successfully got the steering dampener in there. What you up to now, Mr. Bill?
Well, we're trying to take this cowling off so that we can try to see how we're going to fit the steering damper.
Looks like we got the steering dampener on.
Yep.
We used the hole in the frame that was already there. Then we used the bolt to go through that, all the way through to the other side. And we put like a little, what do you call it, bushing, or that's inside the frame?
Yeah, that's a good thing to call it, a bushing.
A bushing?
Yeah.
Inside the frame that kind of helped. Then we got a couple of spacers.
Oh,
Mr. Bill moves the fan right here. Got a little bit of spacer in there. Then so we can go lock to lock and not bottom out the steering dampener.
there you go.
And see, that's clearing that. If that went all the way in there, then it would be
Yeah,
at a stop.
So that's like 10 millimeters of. Let's see how what the depth is. Are we tight?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 millimeters. And then we got all the way back here. And we've got about
Actually,
about 5 millimeters back here.
it may be far more because he's just using the dust line here, but actually I think it goes a little bit farther in. The biggest issue we probably had was trying to figure out where to put the steering dampener so it would work. One of the rules is you can't have the steering dampener can't bottom out before it hit your fork stops. So trying to position that and not drill any additional holes in the bike, so we ended up using this hole that's there, some spacers, and so we could get it so it could go all the way to the left and all the way to the right without bottoming this out. It's still, the steering dampener is still a little short, so we had to do is we put a little right here. We tapped a little and threaded a hole there and put a little bolt in there so it has just a little less turn to the right. We got holes drilled in these pinch bolts up here and we got those drilled. We had to kind of space those out because they're countersunk down in there. So we got a longer bolt and some spacers so that the longer bolt gives it just as many threads as it had before, but the spacers allow it to stick out just a little bit. So these drilled holes can be safety wired once we change the tire.
Well, I'm going to start with the 5 nuts for the single-sided. Get those 5 nuts, take them off one at a time, drill them, put them back on.
We got holes drilled in the lug nuts back here in the back, like Mr. Bill mentioned. We still have, we're going to wait till we get the tires changed. Then we can go ahead and safety wire the thing. Then also take off some of the stuff that we don't want to run out there. You know, we don't want to run this back piece, this right here, or the mirrors. We'll tape up the headlights. We'll lose a little. It'll lose a little weight, but it's not going to lose a lot. But I think it's going to be fine. Mr. Bill is, what the hell are you doing, Mr. Bill?
I'm drilling holes, man. I'm just trying to make a mess. I'm making a metal tie down for the battery that's required, and so far I've been able to drill and tap this side, so it'll be probably put a little bit of blue Loctite and maybe a lock washer on it, and so it'll be a nice little metal tie down as required by the rules.
Now some of you folks are kind of questioning about what kind of speed we're going to run out there. Quite frankly, I'm not real sure. I think we'll run high 150s to 160 on the salt, but the salt, we never know what we're going to get when we get out there. And we don't know how well the motorcycle, the tune's going to work for that. We're not got a big budget, so we're not going to be retuning the bike. So what it is what it runs out there is what it is. I think we got a good shot for a record. We should get a record if I don't screw it up. And we'll do that. And she may come back in some pieces because we have to tear it down, but the boys at Triumph are going to take care of that. So I'm real satisfied with what we've done so far. We've got a few more things. Like I said, I kind of put some wax on it and cleaned some of the bugs off. They get pretty dirty out there, and it's really helpful to have that wax on there. Now I know some of you guys that have these Rocket 3s will swear on your mama's life that you went 165 miles an hour all the way across Texas, 2 up, with luggage, against the wind. We're not going to be able to do that. Actually, the speed out there is not trap speed, it's the average speed. So trap speed's always going to be a little higher because it just takes a snapshot. But the average speed is over the mile. So that's what we're shooting for right now. So we've got a few more things to do, get the tires changed. Mr. Bill owes me some metal valve caps. And at the Triumph shop the other day, they got the lanyard put on. They got a new air filter on there. And what else did they do? Oh, they moved the foot pegs back a couple inches. That's one of the other things this bike it's hard to do because it's hard to ride it really fast without your legs blowing off. Suggestions have been made to duct tape, Velcro, hot glue my legs. That's not happening. So thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for the next update. In the next video, Mr. Bill tries out my Thruxton R, and I ride his Moto Guzzi Grizzo. Thanks for watching and commenting. Please subscribe. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing.